Alright, so I'm gonna do a let's play of this. The issue is that I already did an entire first episode, and I forgot to hit record. Which really peeves me. Really peeves me. So, this first episode is gonna be a little bit different than normal. Normally I'm gonna live stream this as I record and then release it as that, so if you're not here for live streams, you can just come and rewatch it. But again, I messed up on that, so we're just gonna re-record the first session. We're gonna set it on the easiest settings. I'm just gonna run through up to where I got to last time, and still keep in a lot of the commentary I had, content-wise, but this isn't completely usual, so, yeah. Let's go play Jedi Fallen Order. Forgot that you need to hold to select anything in this menus. So anyways, format-wise, kind of what inspired me to play this was just there's a lot of stuff in these games, and it was The Mandalorian that also just came out that inspired me to do this stuff, because sure you can enjoy them, but there's also just a lot of lore that you can easily miss. So typically most of the cutscenes and stuff like this I will not be talking during, and just let the story play out, and then during some of the more gameplay sections like platforming and stuff is where I'll explain kind of what's going on. So yeah, that's that. Without further ado, let's start watching the intro.
I don't want to upset your rhythm, Cal, but the boss wants a word. It'll be good for us. Here he is, Chief.
An error has been detected on line 10A. All our clamps are jammed. I need 2 workers to climb up and secure the cables.
That's not an easy maneuver.
The guild will double your pay for this shift.
Come on, Cal. What's your score? That couldn't hurt. Huh?
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Get to work.
This way.
I'm right behind you.
So they're gonna reference this in some of the other, some of the later cutscenes, but this takes place about 4 or 5 years after Revenge of the Sith, and you are playing as
Don't worry about it.
Cal Kestis, who used to be a Jedi Padawan,
Up here.
and since the Jedi Purge became a scrapper.
Will you look at that? A separatist ship. Haven't seen a Luke or Hulk in ages.
Yeah. Ages.
Breaking her will be big money. All right, let's go.
Yeah, the first time I played this, I ran around because I had no clue where the hell I was going. Because who would suspect such a little gap? Who knows?
Hey, you
It's
okay?
irritating.
Yeah, I'm good.
Meet you at the
Back to
clamp.
Sean White snowboarding, boys.
Depart this barge immediately. You are not approved trash.
You trash? She's not approved trash.
Easy there.
Just passing through.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Gotta clamp things. So, yeah, there's a few weird things, like they reference, because like the Separatists saying, I haven't seen a Lucre Hulk in ages. Ages would only be a few years. It wouldn't actually be that long.
Good to see you.
And
That's the
there's
idea.
a few other things in here, like here, the helmets. Why would they just leave these helmets lying around? It's good military gear. It can get you good money. I don't know why you wouldn't just leave it around.
Sounds like scrap rats. Creepy. Just passing through, guys. No need to come out and say hi this time.
Check on some real quick. Huh. Okay. I guess that's just where we're at, boys. Yeah. Yeah, it was. I was. Y'all wouldn't know what I was
Cal,
doing.
I'll meet you at the clamps.
Sounds good. Be there soon.
But even in one of the, I guess, games that this is a spiritual successor of, the Force Unleashed 1 and 2. In Force Unleashed 2, they released like a promotional mini comic to go with that. And in the mini comic, there was a section in which
How'd you get here?
How'd you get here?
Huh?
Boba Fett was hunting down the clone of Galen Merrick, also known as Starkiller, and he was working with he had a partner during the comic, and after they fought some guys and were working on trying to track down the clone.
Look, the ship cutter is here. There it goes.
Sorry.
Hey, we should get moving.
So they were trying to track him down. He actually chided her for focusing on trying to loot some old Clone Wars era equipment that was around because it could fetch a good price on the black market. And yeah, it's just kind of weird. I can understand, obviously, scrapping these massive ships, but I don't know why the workers or anybody wouldn't hoard a bunch of the military surplus gear. Seems like a bad choice.
Got it. Your turn.
Hold on. All right, clamp secured.
Whoa.
You okay?
Still here.
Give me a break there, pal.
Done.
Hang on. I got this. We're done. Get out up here. Come take a look at this. It's a Jedi fighter. What a score. It's a real scrapper's payday. I mean, this thing's been here, what, 4 years?
5.
Whoever flew this went down in a blaze of glory. Those Jedi. Real tragedy. Yeah, I've always said they couldn't all be traitors.
Yeah, maybe.
Guess it's just our lucky day. Empire's gonna get a lot of good material out of it. Yeah, here we are, scrapping these ships from the war just so they can turn around and make new ones. What a racket, huh? All of us risking our necks for the bosses. And the pay was better back during the Republic, too.
Hey, you really should watch what you say.
Listen to me. Find us feel like this, could be your ticket off this soggy rock.
What makes you think I want out of here?
Come on, Cal, you're a young guy. You don't end up like me. Eventually, you gotta move on and live your life. Find your destiny.
Whatever you say. Hey, we should get back down.
You're not listening to me. What was that?
reminds me of the talk of the Battlefront 2 campaign. The one mission where you're playing as Luke and you're talking to Del Nico. Del Nico talks about how he was always raised to be afraid of Jedi. And it kind of makes you wonder how much they were actually able to
I can't climb up.
demonize them.
Bro, just hang on.
Don't shoot me!
No, don't let go.
I can't hold on!
Bro, no! You okay, bro?
I'm all right. Just pin down.
Pilot's gone. I'll get us out of here. Just hang on.
Watch out, Cal!
Look out! This thing is barely flying. Hold on! Bro, you all right?
Yeah. Okay,
We gotta move. Come on.
hell happened? What was that back there? Was that you? Well, that was the Force, wasn't it?
Just forget what you saw, okay? Please
No,
trust me.
I've seen them. I've seen the stories. I've heard it. There's
Bro,
bounties out on people
I
like
know. I know.
you. Yeah, we're ready. We need to be careful. Yeah.
No clue what that thing was. It definitely wasn't a Sarlacc. Kind of looked like that weird monster in the middle of a black hole in Solo.
You holding up okay?
Good. Yeah, you?
Yeah. Cal, I've been working with you some time now. I've never seen you do anything like that before. We've been through some hell together. So, I know the risk that you took for me. I don't know how to repay you.
Don't mention it. I mean it.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. But this place, it's not safe. Maybe you should, disappear.
Just gonna head back to my place, grab my bag. Tappers owes me a favor.
I heard he was up on, Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah. You won't be seeing me for a while, bro.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Cal.
Gonna have to apologize, especially in the first part here. There's just a lot of cutscenes. I do have things to say. It's just there's so many cutscenes to wade through. Most of it, some of it at least, is important from what I can tell. But
Wait up.
yeah, in the later bits, there's
Keep going.
definitely more to talk about. Especially when you get off this first planet. I haven't played very far. I've only gotten to I finished the second planet, but even then, there's a lot more time to talk about. And there's a lot more little bits of lore that need explaining too, so. And we're on a Venator. Star Destroyer of the Clone Wars.
has stopped.
Yeah, something's going on.
Everybody up. Identification ready. Move out and line up.
Probably just another contraband inspection.
Is this all of them?
Yes, second sister.
We seek a dangerous fugitive. This is no common anarchist, but a devotee of the treasonous Jedi Order. Failure to turn over this traitor will result in a charge of sedition. Turn yourself in, or everyone present shall face summary execution.
I think it's time someone came forward. I've been working on this heap a long time. Way before the war. We refit and rebuilt ships. Best in the galaxy. Then came the Empire. And engineers became scrappers. The workers, they just started getting worked.
Prof.
We all know the truth. We're just too afraid to say it. To the Empire, we're all just expendable.
Yes, you are.
No!
Look at this, a lightsaber.
I found the Jedi!
Move back. Checking out the disturbance.
Oh, that hurts.
Hold it. Don't move. How'd you get here?
Easy now.
Got a stowaway.
Hey, you don't need to call this in.
Can you not see the
This
massive
is TK-81.
hole
Jedi!
that I just wrecked into the ceiling? Or the massive hole that disappeared after I crashed through it? Anyways, there's a number of things to unpack there. So the first thing is that Cal Kestis's old master was Lasat, and
Did you hit him?
I don't know how many people watch Rebels. I did. First couple seasons were, first season, season and a half were a little bit rough. They were good. It ended pretty strong. Anyways, but Gar Zeb Aurelius, Zeb, he was a Lasat, and that was actually a big part of the story because the Empire killed just about all of them. Yeah, killed just about all of them. And actually, there was an Imperial agent that kind of led the destruction of the Lasat homeworld,
One way out.
and then later joined the Rebels. I felt really bad about it, but then it came out that some of them actually went into hiding, and they weren't an extinct race yet. The next big thing, kind of the entire point of that cutscene, is to introduce the Inquisitors, the 7th, or 2nd and 9th sister, I believe those were. And the Inquisitors are pretty much Jedi hunters. That's not the block button. They were, I mean, it's just like the Inquisition of old. Imagine Salem witch trials. They're just out to hunt Jedi, kill them all in the name of the Empire. But in Rebels, they introduced that the main Inquisitor, and I would assume most Inquisitors, if not all of them, were actually used to be Jedi before they became Inquisitors. And that's when the Emperor took them and kind of converted them into his tool. It's kind of like what Mara Jade was in the old lore, before Disney took over, before the dark times. And then the Purge troopers that typically follow them around and are also meant to just hunt down Jedi. It's Purge troopers, the Jedi Purge. Pretty easy to follow.
You're not scary.
They were, I don't remember, I believe they were supposed to be clone troopers. But again, they were troopers specifically trained to hunt and kill Jedi. So they kind of followed the Inquisitors around and acted as their lackeys, and also sometimes operated on their own, trying to hunt down Jedi that had escaped the initial purge during the Long Night on Coruscant, which was when Anakin went through and killed a bunch of kids. Yahoo! Bunch of uplifting stuff. But obviously, they're still doing their job, even 4 or 5 years after the event, as there are still a number of Jedi that escaped the purge that needed to be purged. On another note, though, it seems incredibly poor choice for someone who's trying to hide the fact that they're a Jedi to carry a lightsaber around with them every day, and to pull it out in front of people that were meant to hunt down and kill Jedi.
Oh no! Need cover. Gotta move in between bursts. Now. Faster.
He's here. I'm ready for you, Traitor.
Thanks. One of the things I've actually enjoyed from the newer Star Wars video games is kinda, yeah, some people have complaints about them constantly adding new stuff to kind of the original series. It's like, guys, there's already enough content there, and I understand that complaint, but it's also nice seeing them adding it, so it's, I mean, not really retroactively, but it's still self-consistent.
Whoa! This is bad.
Like every Star Wars video game, the whole 2 of them, I guess this is the 3rd one, that have come out since Rogue One, have included some subtle nods to Rogue One to make it kind of fit more in the universe. Like, yeah, the Rebels had the U-Wings and more than just the Battle of Seraph, stuff like that. But another one of the things that I really enjoy is kind of seeing a realistic rendition of things. I don't remember his name, but Cal's master, the Lasant, that's, to my knowledge, the first time you see what one would realistically look like instead of the stylized cartoon. And the ship that just came up in front of us is also something that was introduced in Rebels, just got blown out of the sky. And again, first time we've seen it in a realistic style.
Who are you?
No time! Keep moving! We'll pick you up when we can!
Oh, and I completely forgot to bring this up. Why does one Inquisitor have a TIE Advanced? Because last time I checked, Empire, A New Hope took place, what, 19 years after Episode 3, I think? I think Luke was 19 at the time of New Hope. But the TIE Interceptor wasn't invented well, like they weren't in production until then. So I guess you could write it off as, oh, the second sister has a prototype of the interceptor, but frankly, to my knowledge, it doesn't make sense because they weren't in use until a couple years after A New Hope, during Empire Strikes Back, was when the Empire first started using the those TIE interceptors. So I'm not completely sure why the second sister has one as a personal ship. Okay, he's not gonna shoot at me. And that other ship seems interesting. It's like a mix between a shuttle and a fighter. They could have used the TIE Striker, because the TIE Striker was probably used during this time. But yeah, I don't know why they had to keep giving people these ships and stuff. Looks like a TIE Striker, but it's not. It's confusing.
Oh, this can't be good. Whoa!
Back to slide, wait.
Yeah. Get down! Hold on! No!
Side note, this man's bones are made of, like, better than steel. I'm talking like vibranium or something here.
Going somewhere. I recognize that stance. Perhaps you've had some training after all. Who's your master, Padawan? Someone I killed, perhaps? What Jedi gave their life so that you might live? Your demise grows nearer. You have to do better. Do not test my patience. You bleed like all the others.
Doesn't matter how good you do. I can't talk. You're gonna lose.
Get on board! Captain!
Okay, shut that thing off and grab some seat.
Thanks for the help. But who are you people?
My name is Seer Junda, and this is my captain, Grease Dritus.
How you doing? Yeah, the Mash is my ship, but you better pay attention to this lady here.
So, who are you?
Cal. Kestis. Who was that back there?
An Imperial Inquisitor. She's a Force user hunting Jedi survivors. And now that she knows who you are, she will not stop until she destroys you.
How do you know so much? And why'd you help me?
We tracked Imperial communications. We heard the Inquisitors were heading to Braca. So we made our move.
Oh, yeah? And what's the bounty on Jedi these days anyway?
That's gratitude for you.
Look, I get it. You've been surviving on your own for so long that it's impossible to trust anyone. And it's what's kept you alive. But this is about something bigger than just surviving.
Like what?
Like rebuilding the Jedi Order.
You too? Anybody else?
Oh, we're not good enough for you?
The Jedi Council?
They're gone.
So I'm all you've got.
Captain, set a course for Bogano.
Aye, aye.
In the meantime, try and relax. Go, you're safe. For now.
You gotta move on and live your life. Find your destiny. Calico!
You were talking in your sleep. Weirdo.
I don't think we really get to unpack some stuff until... Do we get to play the guitar? Alright, or we don't get to play the guitar. Well, last time I was able to play the guitar.
Grease?
Not now, I got work to do.
So you are supposed to play the guitar. There we go. So anyways, want to hear Wonderwall?
That's all. I wrote it. Years ago. You touch an object and witness events connected to it. You feel its history.
It's an echo in the Force from the object.
Not many Jedi have that skill.
How would you know that?
I was once a Jedi, but not anymore.
Do I know you?
No. But I knew your master, General T'Pol. He was a true guardian of the Republic.
He was a hero. Listen. Something happened to me during the Purge. I survived, but my connection to the Force is damaged. When I meditate, if I let my guard down, I lose control. And it's like I'm back in that moment when...
You survived, Cal. And you're not alone. Not anymore.
We're coming up on our destination.
This is Begana. A Jedi I knew discovered it before the Purge. You won't find it on any maps.
The Empire doesn't know this place exists?
No.
So, what's the plan? We hide out here?
We're done hiding, Cal. See that structure over there? I believe that vault holds the key to rebuilding the Jedi Order. But it requires someone strong in the Force to pass its test.
And since you're not a Jedi anymore, that's why you need me.
I know you don't trust me. And I'm not really sure I trust you. But we have a common enemy. And a common cause. I'll share more of my plan after you reach the vault. But, until then, there's someone here I think you should meet. May the Force be with you.
Guess I'm looking for a Jedi then. But if there's already one here, why does Seer need me?
So for one, I'm gonna just kind of speed run to the best of my ability this area because I already spent
Looks like a safe place to meditate.
hours exploring
Just need
it.
to focus my mind.
So for the future, I will be doing more. I will be doing a lot more exploration. It's just I've already played through all of this, and I frankly don't feel like replaying through it again. So I'm just gonna kind of run through it as fast as I can to get back to where we were.
Hey, BD1. I'm Cal. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm looking for someone. No, not you. I'm searching for a Jedi, I think. Hold on. You know the Jedi? What do you know? Wait, hold on! Did you just slice that? Thanks.
But this explains it more in the later
This is
cutscenes.
Vault Seer mentioned. Whoever I'm supposed to find must be waiting there.
Gee, I wonder. Thanks, tutorial stuff. But it's the whole deal with Seer is very reminiscent of the Jedi exile Mitra Surik and Kreia from Knights of the Old Republic 2. Because that's kind of the whole story. And Nomi Sunrider from some of the Tales of the Jedi comics. Because Nomi Sunrider in the comics was able to actually dampen or completely sever people's connection to the Force. Which was like unprecedented in and of itself.
Any ideas? Gotta get
Then
across this gap somehow.
I think it was her. I'm not gonna go get into it. There's a lot of history, but she had a lover at one point in time that eventually went to the dark side in the hopes of turning the ones in the dark side to the light side. Whatever. Feeble attempt. But she at the end when she met back up with him, went and
You didn't?
cut him off from the Force
I
completely.
hear you, but there's something over here I want to explore.
Oh gosh. See, I'm a little sad that I didn't save the live stream from last time because there's a boss over here that I'm hopefully gonna not spend a ton of time trying because were on easy, but on hard, I spent probably a good half
Smells
hour
worse than
trying
grease
to kill
does.
this one dude. Yeah, considering that he could like two-shot me. Yeah, this is a joke now. I spent like half an hour trying to kill that guy originally. Kinda sad. But that also brings us to kind of in Cal saying that his connection was damaged during the purge. So Mitra Surik was the Jedi Exile. She's the canon playthrough of the main character in Knights of the Old Republic 2. But she was Revan's lieutenant, kind of right under Darth Malak during the Mandalorian Wars. But she was one of, if not the closest surviving Jedi to the
Careful over there.
Cataclysm at Malachor 5.
It's like back at the scrapyard.
And as a consequence of such, she had subconsciously severed herself from the Force to protect herself from all of the death and destruction that happened during those events. And so, Knights of the Old Republic 2, kind of the clever way of explaining your leveling, kind of a side plot, kind of main plot is.
That was pretty brave. You okay? Wait, I can help you with that. Will you let me? Oh, okay. Well, your scomplink is busted, but this should help you get moving for now. Okay, try that.
Love those pocket welders.
The vault. Yeah, that's where I was headed to. Okay, well, first we gotta figure out a way out of this place.
So, one of the
BD,
side plots,
that's a little small for me.
also
Don't
one of
worry,
the main plots
I'll find my own
is
way out.
you recovering
Tight fit, but this should work.
your connection to the Force. And the reason I say it's kind of one of the side plots, kind of the main plot, is because it doesn't start out as the main plot. It's a whole mystery, and then it kind of evolves as the thing goes on, and you figure out that Darth Kreia, who was also referenced in the Old Republic MMO of all things as the Sith Witch during the Inquisitor storyline, I think it was. Anyways, she was she eventually learned that the Force just had a will of its own, and she hated all of that, so she wanted to kill the Force itself, and so she was going to use Mitra Surik to sever everybody's connection to the Force.
You're full of surprises.
Would you stab directly through leather, padding, and
That's
shirt,
better.
and probably an undershirt,
Thanks, little droid.
instead of stabbing into your arm or your neck, or literally anything
Let's
else?
try this again. Oh, okay. Here, hop on board.
Gotta say, man, if there's anything Respawn does well, it's droid companions. Just look at Titanfall 2.
So,
Absolutely
how'd you
incredible.
get here? Don't
But,
remember? I've never known a forgetful droid.
Yeah,
Can't
there
argue
are
with
pickups
that.
here, like these crates. You can get lightsaber parts from them. Some of the glowing things that you may have seen running around, those are collectibles that you can look at. Again, skipping
That's where we
those,
need to go.
because I already ran through all this stuff, and I'm done with it, and I just want to get to where I was so that I can continue to play the story. But Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, lots of information, great stories. I'm probably not going to do it for the sake of sanity.
You mapped everywhere we've been.
Yep, I got that. Probably not going to be doing any playthroughs of that stuff, because boy oh boy, that's a lot of effort. I would advise, if you're interested in the stories,
I can't make it over there. We gotta find
but you
another way.
don't want to play through the game because you don't know it, or you can't get into it, or whatever reason. It's neither here nor there. I would suggest for for both. For the game specifically,
That's a really
there
big bug.
is a wonderful YouTuber I found by the name of Timpedia, and he has done 2 different playthroughs of Knights of the Republic 1 and 2. One light side, one dark side, both male and female, so you can kind of see all the different facets of both games, and he does kind of what I'm aiming to do here, which is, you know, let the story kind of take, mainly take center stage, but then also interject with a lot of extra information on lore and stuff, because, I don't know, it's not necessary to enjoy the story, but I think it makes it a lot better, and there's definitely subtle things that you would miss that you may appreciate more after you know them, or you could be completely baffled by. So, anyways, that's a good summary of Knights of the Republic 1 and 2 he's done, and he's done a few other games, Star Wars or other. But if you really want to get into a lot of intensive lore on the Old Republic era of stuff, there's a great podcast. Yeah, see, there's one of the pickups you can get. Called A People's History of the Old Republic, or phonetically just FOTOR. And they, at the time of recording, have just started getting into the Knights of the Old Republic 2 storyline, but they cover
Run for it!
all of the old books and comics during the Old Republic leading up to Knights of the Old Republic, and then they do the Knights of the Old Republic game, and now they're doing Knights of the Old Republic 2, and then after that they plan on doing the absolute mess. Not terrible, I enjoy the story, but it is a complete mess because there's just so much there of the Old Republic MMO. So I'm curious to see how they're going to tackle that one. But yeah, and that has also just a ton of extra background information that you can learn, and if you really want to get into, you don't necessarily need it to enjoy this game, but for what I was referencing on the whole Death of the Force and Kreia and Mitra Surik and all that stuff, you could just look up, like, I don't know, philosophy of Kreia, or Kreia's conundrums, or anything. There's so many videos out there. Kreia and Knights of the Republic 2 are just such highly regarded games. Yeah, both KOTOR 1 and 2. Highly regarded games. Kreia is one of the most highly regarded,
See something in there?
kind of extra characters to all of this stuff. There's a lot of great information there, so I'd encourage you to just look it up, because frankly I'm probably not interesting to be recapping all of that, but hopefully I can interject some useful bits of lore here and there.
Try again.
It's difficult, Master.
Yes, the path is difficult. It may seem impossible, but with persistence and the Force as your ally, you will overcome any obstacle. You will master any path. Now, do what you must to reach me.
I also like how they kind of show you more. Makes me wish for a game that has more Clone Wars content, given we have gotten
Reach my position.
a ton, almost too much Clone Wars content if you look at Battlefront 2.
Persistence and the Force is my ally.
But it's kind of nice
Remembering
seeing
old tricks.
a lot of the things that you wouldn't previously see, like the training of the Padawans.
Think you can show me that shortcut again?
Again, also just pulling in stuff that we've previously seen only in cartoons or maybe read in books, pulling those into video games and movies and stuff is always enjoyable. Just gonna go somewhere or something. Don't exactly remember where I'm supposed to be going from here. Oh, now I know where I'm supposed to be going.
Can you slice this? Yeah, sorry about your scalp link. But standing up to that bog rat, pretty brave.
Yeah, here we go. So, I was very confused because I thought, with all the dumb knowledge I have, I'd at least know what those aliens were. They reminded me kind of Protheans in Mass Effect, if you ever played that wonderful series of games. You can pass Andromeda, it's not spectacular.
Oh, it's on.
But I did some research when I was first playing this through and thought I was recording, but evidently wasn't.
We're not finished yet. Okay,
this
probably
planet and that race and a lot of this stuff was actually made up just for this game, so even if you think you're a nerd and you're like, oh hey, why aren't I familiar with this? I should be familiar. Don't worry, you shouldn't be familiar, because it's all new. It's actually a really fun episode or two in Star Wars Rebels. Again, if you can get past the first season and a half, maybe 2 seasons, it's a wonderful show. But there's a lot of crazy stuff they had with the Force that also explained kind of what the Inquisitors were.
You alright, BD?
Well done, whoever you are. You have passed the test I left behind, and gained access to the vault and this recording, one of many encrypted logs stored in the droid. I am Master Eno Cordova. I may not know your name, but I know your purpose. The fate of the Jedi Order lies in your hands. This place, this vault, is a sacred temple, built by a vanished civilization known as the Zepho. Meditating here, I was granted a premonition through the Force, a vision of doom. I have placed inside this vault a Jedi holocron, containing a list of the names and locations of young Force sensitives throughout the galaxy. Ahead, you will find the inner chamber of the vault, but also another test. I can only trust this holocron to someone who has followed my path and understands. Seek out the hidden tombs of the 3 sages and learn to perceive the mysteries of the Force as the Zepho once did. In this droid, you will find everything you need to succeed on this journey. Go to the Zepho homeworld. There, you will find peace in the eye of the storm. Good luck, Jedi. And may the Force be with you.
I guess you were the someone I was supposed to meet. You know, I've been alone for a while now. Without any purpose, just hiding. There's no way to live. Not for a Jedi. Or a droid. Sierra was right. Maybe we're done hiding. Hey, you want to meet some, friends of mine?
So, obviously, since it was just made for this game, I don't actually know a lot about Zepho.
I think I found what you wanted me to see.
Sounds like you did. We'll be waiting.
I briefly read some on Wikipedia trying to look up what the Zepho were and why I didn't know what they were already. But we actually, as you'll see here soon, we actually get a couple of different planets to go to from the beginning here. And there's a lot more to explore here, so if you're, for some reason watching this and not playing it, and you want to play it, just keep in mind there's a lot more stuff you can be exploring here. I will be exploring a lot more post this video. It's just, I've already done so much.
What's that?
My friend, it appears the Zepho had some interest in Dathomir. Strange. For such a peaceful culture to have any sort of fascination with a place so gone.
Yeah, that's just something extra you can scan. Talks a little bit about, a little bit more about the Zepho. But for those of you who don't
Be a lot
know,
quicker than the way in.
Dathomir is home to a few different things. For one, it's home to like the Night Sisters, probably most popularly the. Oh, scratch that. Probably the most popular thing to come out of Dathomir is Darth Maul. He's one of the Dathomir Zabraks. So there's two kind of sub-races of Zabraks, the ones that have like Savage, Repress, and Maul, that have the black and yellow, black and orange, black and red tattoos. Those are the Dathomiri Zabraks, and they are actually it's a female-dominated society there because the people who are on top are the Night Sisters and like Mother Talzin. So if you ever, I think she actually made a brief appearance in Rebels, but Clone Wars she was a major character. Like Asajj Ventress was a Night Sister that was given to Count Dooku as a personal assassin because Mother Talzin owed Dooku for one reason or another. And if you ever watched the old, I want to say they were like 2011. It's 2003, 2011, vastly different years. But the older Clone Wars cartoons that were done by the same guy that did Samurai Jack. There's an episode where Asajj Ventress is fighting in this gladiatorial arena being watched by Dooku. That's kind of where it was retcon. That's where Dooku was scoping out Asajj Ventress to kind of, well, that's where Mother Talzin was showing her off. Anyways, but those fighting pits were also in Dathomir, and those fighting pits, at least in old lore, had continued on well into the dark times. So, yeah. And we can go there too. I haven't yet, because I haven't made it off this planet, but
So you knew about
can.
BD-1?
Come on board. We'll talk inside.
Oh, BD-1, this is Grease. Hey, Grease.
What is that? Get off my sofa! Get off my sofa! No! Get out of there! Get out!
That is BD-1. He's with us.
I don't care who he's with. Do you have any idea how hard it is to get oil stains out of petroleum fabric?
Not really.
Oh, I hope you found something better out there than this droid.
Oh, calm down, Grease. He did. Tell us, Cal.
The vault was built by an ancient civilization called the Zepho. A Jedi named Eno Cordova hid something inside of it.
What did he hide inside?
A holocron from the archives. It contains a list of Force-sensitive children.
The next generation of Jedi. I knew it! Oh, Cordova, you old fool.
You knew him?
Yes, a long time ago. I was his apprentice. Cordova was a loner. That little droid and I are probably the only ones that know about Pagano.
Hold on, wait a minute. A hollow what?
A holocron. It stores information, but only accessible to Jedi. Hang on, I think I have one around here. Use the Force.
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen.
With that list of Force sensitives, we could rebuild the Jedi Order and defeat the Empire.
Okay, no problem. Let's get it.
Well, except the holocron is hidden deep inside the vault, and to get it, we have to follow Cordova's path. He mentioned something about the planet Dathomir and a Zeppo homeworld.
All right, well, where are we going? I'm just asking because I was thinking of maybe making some food.
Look, before we do anything, I need to know something. How come you're no longer a Jedi?
I had an experience that changed my perspective. So I cut myself off from the Force.
But you still want to rebuild the Order.
I believe that rebuilding the Order is the best chance we have against the Empire. What do you believe?
I believe I can't keep hiding from the Empire, so I don't really have a choice.
Cal, as long as you're alive, you will always have a choice. Are you with us?
We're in.
Dathomir Zepho. It's your choice.
So that's that. We're already back to where I was, and boy oh boy, that really only took an hour. When last time I did it, it took over 2 hours, I think? That was a lot more effort than it was worth. But, things definitely won't be as quick and concise from here on out. If you talk to Drees, or whatever, this little terrarium he has, you can collect seeds, I guess. I haven't done it yet, obviously. I haven't played Beyond here. And then if you talk to Seer, she just says, I don't know. Let's
Seer,
see.
can you feel the Force at all?
Yes. But instead of opening up, I push it back down. The exact opposite of what you should do.
Out there, I remembered something about myself before the Purge. It was painful, but like I found a piece of myself.
That's good. You're learning to embrace the Force again.
How can you say that?
Because I know what it means to live without it.
Okay, I'll keep trying.
So that's what Seer says. Anyways. So, here we can select where we're going.
Let's take a look.
It's late. I'm tired. I gotta go, do some other stuff. But we'll probably try to keep a weekly recording schedule, and things probably won't be exactly the same. There's a new paint job on a couple of things when we come back, but, yeah. That's that, boys. Episode 1, way faster than last time, because I did not want to suffer through this again on hard. Yeah. Catch you guys next time. And that's it. We done recording, boys. I actually fucking recorded it this time. Jesus goddamn Christ. Whatever. And if YouTube uploads these streams automatically, you can see how irritated I get before and after the streams. Congratulations. I'd like to actually go trim down the, streams. Oh, if at all possible. If/when I upload them to YouTube separately. But boy, oh boy. Before and after the actual gameplay recording of these streams is probably going to be weird. That's that. and I will see one of you tomorrow.